Welcome to The Debate. Today, we're dissecting a fascinating strategic dilemma, really, right at the heart of the prime London commercial real estate market. Our source material presents two very distinct high-end office spaces. One is Industry Place in Soho, priced at £850 per calendar month, or PCM, and the other is on Pall Mall in St. James's at £900 PCM. The key thing here is that this minimal cost difference, it's just £50, it masks a really profound philosophical split in what a modern, ambitious company should value in its physical footprint.
Indeed, it forces executives to choose where they allocate their capital, and maybe more importantly, their focus. The central question we have to address is this: which model of high-end workspace, the innovation-driven, collaboration-focused hub, or the full-service, prestige-oriented environment, which one offers superior strategic value for a company that's intent on high-speed, sustainable growth?
And I'll be arguing that the unique, specialized amenities and the purposefully curated community environment of the Soho space represent a far better long-term investment in organizational culture and talent acceleration. These are the real drivers of modern success.
And I will contend that the fully serviced model, the guaranteed operational efficiency, and the undeniable client-facing prestige of the St. James's location more than justify that marginal increase in cost. Pall Mall provides a superior, risk-mitigated environment, ensuring immediate functionality and seamless scalability.
My core thesis really is that the Soho offering at Industry Place is strategically superior because it is overtly optimized not just for doing work, but for generating new ideas and attracting entrepreneurial talent. This isn't just a transactional location, it's an ecosystem. The description itself explicitly states this is a space where big brands, entrepreneurial businesses, and investors come together to collaborate, work, and grow. That £850 PCM fee is, in a way, a gateway to a network.
Okay, I see why you think that, but let me give you a different perspective. A network is only valuable if the infrastructure underpinning it doesn't fail. I mean, while the language of ecosystem is appealing, Pall Mall at £900 PCM provides immediately superior functionality, critical operational support, and frankly, necessary client prestige. Operational failure and logistical drag can cripple growth much faster than a lack of specialized amenities can accelerate it.
But let's look at the specialized features that make Industry Place so strategic. This building doesn't just offer standard meeting rooms. It features a future learning classroom, tech studios, and the very intentional inclusion of a dreamscape room used for meditation. These are specialized assets that demonstrate a serious, proactive commitment to internal development, to mental wellness, and to skill acquisition. These are direct investments in human capital, which, traditional service to offices simply cannot match. The true value is embedded in the potential for knowledge transfer and that sort of accidental collision, housing Europe's exciting investment funds and renowned serial entrepreneurs.
I'm sorry, but I just don't buy that. Let me tell you why. Those amenities are appealing, I'll grant you, but they are luxuries if the core machinery isn't perfect. We're dealing with high-stakes, ambitious companies here. They require guaranteed seamless operational continuity for every single minute they are open. The St. James's space promises office space to impress your clients and energize your team. That impression is vital for investor confidence and high-stakes client engagement where you just cannot afford a single technical glitch. The value at Pall Mall is in the turnkey support. It is fully furnished, it offers a visible manned reception, crucial IT and telephony, and most importantly, an essential in-house IT support services department.
That guaranteed IT department sounds like a cost center to me, not a value creator.
No, it's preventative medicine. That level of guaranteed in-house service minimizes operational friction, which saves executive time. This allows companies to organically grow within the building. We are comparing guaranteed professional infrastructure, which supports scaling reliably up to 200 workstations, versus highly specialized and, let's be honest, potentially niche amenities. Pall Mall offers flexible terms and can accommodate that massive scale with layouts that can be tailor-made, guaranteeing stability and professionalism across the full spectrum of a scaling company's lifespan for a mere £50 more. And this brings us squarely to our first point of contention, the quantifiable value of operational efficiency versus the assumed value of specialized amenities. The guaranteed services at Pall Mall, the manned reception, the dedicated IT support, they provide immediate, demonstrable, and cost-saving value. That extra £50 PCM is an investment in logistics optimization.
I think we need to look beyond optimization and towards strategic leverage. Focusing entirely on operational efficiency risks creating a functionally perfect but creatively sterile environment. The Pall Mall offering is essentially outsourced logistics and reassurance. The high-level community and the specialized facilities in Soho are designed for high-impact innovation. I mean, let's quantify the future learning classroom. A growing business constantly needs to upskill its team in emerging technologies or methodologies. That classroom becomes a kind of in-house university. That means reduced external training costs, accelerated internal adoption of new tech, talent retention. All of these are tangible returns on investment, far exceeding the cost of basic external IT support.
Right. That's a compelling argument, but have you considered the opportunity cost of failure? If a major investor flies in from New York to see your Soho office and the Wi-Fi drops because you don't have guaranteed dedicated IT support that understands your specific server configuration, the value of that dreamscape room is precisely zero. We're talking about critical infrastructure here. The operational reliability of Pall Mall allows executives to focus entirely on their product and clients, trusting that the physical environment is flawless. The 900 PCM isn't just cost, it's risk mitigation built right into the rental agreement.
But in mitigating all risk, you also risk stagnation. The design of Ingester Place, the very presence of those specialized rooms and the open, floating desk options, it's all designed to generate unexpected value, the collision of ideas. You can measure the cost of IT failure, sure, but how do you measure the cost of the breakthrough idea that was never generated because the environment was too rigid, too conservative? The 850 PCM is a deliberate choice to prioritize cultural value over logistical assurance.
I agree that culture matters, of course, but I contend that in the premium market, client impression is a non-negotiable part of culture. And that brings us to our second point, prestige and aesthetics. You rely on this idea that innovation should look disruptive. I rely on the fact that investors and high-value clients look for markers of establishment and stability, which St. James's provides in spades.
That's an interesting point, though I would frame it differently. While Pall Mall focuses on, let's say, classic client impression, the contemporary and distinct brutalist style of industry court attracts a very specific, forward-thinking demographic. The style itself is a filter. For an entrepreneurial firm targeting disruptors, that aesthetic acts as a signal of confidence and difference, repelling the overly conservative clients or partners they frankly don't want.
But brutalist style can be jarring. In a high-stakes meeting, you want the client focused entirely on your pitch, not distracted or potentially put off by the architectural statement you're making. A potential investor seeking stability or a major corporate client values predictability. The Pall Mall description emphasizes its being newly refurbished with comfortable business lounges and amazing views over London. That is a universally recognized professional environment. It's a safe harbor.
A safe harbor? I see that as generic homogeneity. In the current market, if you look and feel exactly like every other high-end corporate service firm, how do you stand out? The uniqueness of Ingester Place's architecture and its proximity to the cultural dynamism of Soho, the restaurants, the creative industries, it embeds the business in a cultural context that attracts and retains the best creative and technical talent. Talent today expects their workspace to be a dynamic reflection of their ambition, not merely a polished box.
I accept that the Soho address offers cultural proximity, but let's consider the demographics of high-value clientele. St. James's is synonymous with legacy wealth, major institutions, established power. For financial services, serious legal firms, or large-scale corporate ventures, the Pall Mall address provides an immediate, unspoken reassurance of stability and fiduciary responsibility that no amount of brutalist chic can replicate. The location itself handles the first 5 minutes of the conversation for you.
I would argue that true, modern prestige is demonstrated by the quality of the ideas and the people you house, not the age of the postcode. If your firm is genuinely innovative, being housed amongst renowned entrepreneurs and investment funds, as Ingesture Place promises, is a far more powerful signal to the future-focused market than a comfortable lounge in a refurbished building.
That assumes everyone in that collaborative space is additive. What about the noise, the potential lack of structure that comes with a floating desk culture? Pall Mall guarantees a managed environment which supports the focused, high-intensity work that drives profitability. And let's turn our attention to the physical reality of successful growth, which is our third point: flexibility and scalability. If a company thrives, it needs space, and it needs it immediately and reliably. Pall Mall explicitly advertises offices ranging from 1 to 200 workstations. This is not a suggestion. This is a guaranteed, documented physical scalability option. Their layouts can be tailor-made. This guarantees that a company can truly grow organically, doubling or quadrupling in size without the catastrophic disruption and expense of relocation. That is robust, physical flexibility. That's a necessary strategic asset for any ambitious firm.
I'm not convinced by that line of reasoning because the Ingesture Place model offers a superior conceptual flexibility, which is tailored to how modern agile teams actually work. The structure ranges from a floating light desk and a resident desk all the way up to private studios and office suites. While it may not house 200 people in static, tailored offices, it perfectly caters to the transient, project-based needs of modern entrepreneurial teams. You can bring on a large project team on floating desks immediately, shift them to a resident structure for 6 months, and then reduce the physical footprint seamlessly without renegotiating a massive long-term lease for 200 seats you might not need in 2 years.
But you're sacrificing guaranteed large-scale capacity for that agility. The premise of an ambitious enterprise is that it will succeed and grow significantly. Accommodating a 2-person team is easy. Accommodating 150 people who require secure, dedicated server access and structured team environments is a huge logistical challenge that Pall Mall solves internally. If you hit 100 people in Ingesture Place, your only option is likely an external, expensive relocation which disrupts your innovation cycle completely. Pall Mall provides stability throughout the entire corporate lifecycle, up to a significant scale.
That stability is predicated on the assumption that you need 200 rigid workstations. That's an outdated concept of growth. A company of 200 today often has 50% remote workers or needs to be extremely lean in its physical overhead. The blend of collaborative spaces and private studios in Soho is inherently more future-proof for businesses reliant on innovation because it supports that dynamic hybrid model. The goal is maximum output from a specialized few, not maximum capacity for many. The innovation environment is the competitive advantage, even if it has a lower physical ceiling.
But the full-service aspect of Pall Mall also offers unique flexibility. The fact that the IT support is in-house means they can tailor-make your technological layout as well as your physical one. You are getting not just a room, but a customized, high-functioning nerve center that scales perfectly with your increasing operational complexity. This reduces vendor management and ensures instant responsiveness. The $900 is paying for guaranteed, customized, immediate response, which is crucial when you're engaging in high-value global transactions.
And the £850 is paying for guaranteed, customized, immediate inspiration and collaboration with the investment community. You are paying for access to specialized tools. The Future Learning Classroom is a customization tool itself, allowing you to train your team precisely on what they need internally. Which is the superior strategic leverage? The one that minimizes operational friction or the one that maximizes intellectual potential? I would argue it's the latter. To summarize my position, the core value proposition of Ingesture Place lies in its deliberate commitment to fostering innovation through its specialized facilities and its powerful, curated community of investors and entrepreneurs. This is a clear strategic investment in culture and learning, available for $850 PCM, and I maintain that this emphasis on internal growth and cultural differentiation ultimately delivers greater long-term competitive advantage than premium operational services alone.
Conversely, for any company that prioritizes stability, seamless high-stakes client interaction, and risk-mitigated scalability, the comprehensive service offering on Pall Mall, including the essential in-house IT support and the powerful prestige of St. James's, provides the necessary foundation. The 900 PCM investment buys confidence, establishment, and the guaranteed infrastructure required to rapidly scale to a significant size without organizational distraction, ensuring professionalism at every single client touchpoint.
What this discussion illuminates, I think, is that the source material shows us two highly credible, though fundamentally distinct approaches to defining what a prime London workspace really is.
Absolutely. The decision between Industry Place and Pall Mall is far more than an architectural preference. It reveals a deep strategic choice about whether a modern enterprise values optimized operational delivery and external reassurance, or specialized internal growth amenities and the cultivation of an exclusive, innovation-focused community.
Ultimately, the takeaway here is that a minor financial divergence of just £50 PCM marks a massive strategic fork in the road, forcing businesses to decide whether they are buying insurance against failure or optimization for breakthrough success.